So you want to think like Ayanokoji Kiyotaka, means you want to think different, act different, and be different. Then welcome to this video. It's for the starting. But before moving on, I must tell you, whatever you are going to be exposed to may not be ethical, and this video's purpose revolves around, as the channel name suggests, the power mindset. So watch with a prepared mind. Well, you might already know, but Ayanokoji was raised in the White Room, under the supervision of experts and instructors. So it's a sure thing that the instructors must have used scientific data, results of scientific experiments, and studies to teach the White Room students. And that's why I am also going to use a general scientific approach here, so that you can understand better and embody the persona of Ayanokoji. First of all, you need to understand how your mind works, your thought process, and why do you think the way you do. Several factors contribute to shaping your minds and influencing your thoughts. These include genetics, upbringing, cultural background, education, personal experiences, social environment, and exposure to various media. The interplay of these elements contributes to the complexity of individual perspectives and thought processes, but we cannot control every aspect like genetics and your upbringing, at least up to this point. Therefore, I am going to talk about only controlled aspects. Consider everyone as tools. You might think it is the same thing as Ayanokoji. Yes, but I am going to give you a deep understanding of what it truly means and why it is necessary. If you want to gain control over others and yourself, this mindset is required, but let me tell you that it is not easy. Let's say you have a friend, and you want him to do a certain task for you, but he doesn't want to do it. Now what will you do? You can't force him, as you are connected to him emotionally. Aside from this, I'm sure many of you think that considering everyone as tools equals domination. But in Ayanokoji's world, considering everyone as tools isn't just about domination. It's a strategic approach to navigate the complexities of human relationships. By detaching emotions and sentimentality, you gain a clearer understanding of people's strengths, weaknesses, and motivations. This mindset allows you to orchestrate situations with calculated precision, making it easier to influence and control the outcomes. To think like Ayanokoji, delve into the psyche of those around you. Identify their desires, fears, and vulnerabilities, treating each person as a unique instrument in the symphony of your plans. Remember, control doesn't always mean coercion. It can also manifest through understanding and manipulation. So, as you craft your narrative, emphasize the importance of this mindset, not as a callous disregard for others, but as a means to see the chessboard of life more clearly and play the game with a strategic finesse that mirrors Ayanokoji's calculated brilliance. Understanding indoctrination. Every day you go to school, and the teacher teaches you the same thing as the other 39 students in class. Those who passed out also learn the same things. The ones who are in lower grade will also learn the same things. Now in this situation, how will you be different than others? In schools, what happens is actually indoctrination. Indoctrination is the process of teaching a person or group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. They just teach you what they think is appropriate and mold you the way they want. To break free from the cycle of indoctrination, you must approach education with a critical and analytical mindset. Ayanokoji excels not by accepting information at face value, but by questioning, challenging, and seeking a deeper understanding. Embrace intellectual curiosity, to question the established norms, and to view education as a tool for self-discovery rather than a mere adherence to preconceived notions. Don't accept or reject anything you have been taught on the face value. Don't let anything go unquestioned. If you can't think of any question, just raise a question on its existence. Ayanokoji's ability to think independently stems from his inclination to question the status quo. Actively engage with your education, seek diverse perspectives, and foster a habit of critical thinking. By doing so, you can navigate the educational system with autonomy, shaping your own beliefs and perspectives instead of being passively molded by external influences. Avoid peer pressure. As we are going with a scientific approach, let me tell you about a scientific experiment regarding peer pressure conducted by Solomon Asch. The experiment is named as Asch Conformity Experiments. In this experiment, Asch collected the college students as subjects and divided each student in a group of 8 people. Meaning, in one group there are 8 people, But 7 of them are actually actors prepared by Ash and one student, the real test subject. Now, Ash started asking questions which weren't difficult but easy, actually. The group members were arranged in a way so that all the actors will give answer first and the real student in last. In starting, the actors answered the questions correctly, and that is why the student was able to speak his mind and also gave correct answers. But then, after a few questions, the actors started giving wrong answer to the obvious questions. Now, what do you think the student would have done, what you would have done in this situation? Comment down your thoughts. Now back to the experiment. The real student, because of peer pressure, also answered incorrectly even after knowing the right answer. I won't be explaining this point in detail because you must have understood what I mean. And in case you don't, it just means you are not good enough. Seek growth opportunities. Let's say you have been asked to do a certain task, and if you are not comfortable in doing so, then don't think much. Just go and do it, because this is what will pull you out of your comfort zone. Don't look at it as a task you don't want to do, but as something that will make you grow, and always keep your growth as your highest priority. Don't just look for growth, but others' growth as well. But before this, keep this in mind that you are not here to do the charity. Only focus on those who are important to your plan and make them grow only up until the point it is required for your plan. Let's say you made a long-term plan. To achieve a certain goal, you have 3 stages in your plan and you're controlling many tools and everything is going smoothly. Now in stage 3, you require this tool to do a certain task, but he doesn't have the required skill. But for your plan to work, it is required that only this one do it. Now what will you do? For this you need to be farsighted. And now, it is your responsibility to help him develop that skill. Even if he doesn't want to acquire that skill, you must develop it into him. If we talk about reference in Classroom of the Elite, Horikita didn't want to be the leader of the class, neither did she have the required skill and ability. But for Ayanokoji's bigger plan to work, Ayanokoji developed this skill into her, and the end result is in front of us. Don't worry, I am not going to give you any spoiler, but if you are wondering about Ayanokoji's bigger plan, you will get an insight in Classroom of the Elite 2nd year Volume 6, when Sakayanagi visits Ayanokoji in his room. Try to see the situation from others' perspective. Even if others are just tools, it doesn't mean they don't have their view on the situation. Try to explore what they think. It will give you a better understanding on the situation, information about the person, and will give you more ideas. Acknowledge that everyone, even when considered as tools, brings a unique set of experiences and motivations. By incorporating this broader understanding into your strategic thinking, you can enhance your ability to navigate complex scenarios and make informed decisions. It's not just about controlling others, but also about mastering the intricacies of human behavior for strategic advantage. Control your social environment. What I mean by controlling your social environment is the people you hang out with on a daily basis, your surroundings, because they affect your thought process in more ways than you can imagine. Choose them wisely. Don't just allow anyone to come near you or get close to you without your understanding. Choose companions who align with your goals and values, fostering an environment conducive to personal growth. Reduce your time on social media. I won't say social media is a bad thing. No, it is one of the most advantageous things, especially for you, because it connects you to your tools. It gives you free information about others. It can help you in your plans more than anything. Then why did I say to reduce your time on social media? Because you are not using it properly, the way you should. And anything more than the limit is harmful. You are using it without knowing that it is also indoctrinating you and is setting your beliefs for you, and you are not restricting it, but allowing by giving it more precious time of yours. Moreover, prolonged exposure to social media can contribute to a phenomenon where your perspectives are subtly shaped by the algorithms and content presented to you. The platforms use sophisticated algorithms to curate content based on your preferences, creating a personalized echo chamber. This can unintentionally narrow your worldview and limit exposure to diverse opinions. Reducing your time on social media doesn't mean abandoning its advantages. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of a balanced approach. Actively engaging with a variety of content, fact-checking information, and fostering real-world connections alongside virtual ones can help mitigate the potential negative effects. Consider allocating specific time slots for social media use and implementing digital detox periods. This intentional approach ensures that you derive the benefits without succumbing to the potential pitfalls of overconsumption. Ultimately, striking a balance in your social media usage empowers you to harness its advantages, while safeguarding your mental well-being and critical thinking skills. Think out of the box. Well, this one is not going to be easy, because thinking out of the box isn't something that you can learn overnight and apply. This requires going against the social norms, beliefs, and predetermined statements. Over the years, through the knowledge and experience you acquired, you have made a box, and all you can think is inside that box. But if you want to think something out of that box, you will need to open it up with your own mental strength, and this will require time. But there are several steps you can take to think something out of that box. Let's say you are faced with a problem now. To think some solution that is not inside that box, you can follow these steps. Step 1. Think about the possible solutions on your own without putting too much of an effort. Step 2. Gather others' ideas, what they can think and what kind of solutions they are coming up with. Step 3. Now start to think of a solution which isn't discovered up until now. Put your mind into it completely. Give everything you've got. In this last step, you will come up with many ideas that might be similar to the ones that are already found in one way or other. But don't give up until you get that one answer. To boost your mind, let me give you a task. The task is very simple. You just need to solve this. It is just the rearrangement of words. As a hint, let me tell you that it is a quote from Ayanokoji Kiyotaka for all of us. Comment down the answers, and let's see if you have your minds at correct places. Aside from this, if you really want to be like Ayanokoji Kiyotaka, then I've already made a video on it. Link is in the description. Just know that this video is just for the starting. That is, it is your first step towards the power. This video will tell you that you shouldn't just start copying every action of Ayanokoji, but will tell you how you should start. That's all for this video. To know more and to grow more, subscribe to the channel.